we were talking about wireless when you got in here, and it kind of struck something almost like a nerve because we're not getting a clear answer with all this wireless technology that we're using.
Yeah.
And, I think a couple of years ago, they came out with those earbuds, which I happen to use, and then out of nowhere, they post an article in, I forgot what magazine it was or what publication stating that the earbuds are frying our brains now. And they actually did a test where they put it next to like popcorn kernels and it like fried the popcorn kernels over time or like something ridiculous. And I don't understand why, like, what's the answer here? Like, are we frying our brains with all this wireless technology or are we, and if we are, then why is it being allowed?
See, I knew
why is it being allowed?
Or I thought we were making ourselves deaf. Like I over time, like through.
I don't think that's the problem.
Well, I don't think it's a good thing.
It's not.
But I didn't know. I wasn't privy to the whole brain frying, but it does make a lot of sense now that I think about it because I'm forgetting a lot of things.
We're screwed.
Yeah.
We're screwed. First off, my eyesight. Let me be very clear. I got heavy into social media the last 3 to 5 years. My eyesight has been perfect up until about 2-3 years ago. And I know it's because I'm on this thing most of the day.
Yeah.
My head position, I'm on the train in the morning and my head position's in here. Okay? I have been doing more mobility. It's been taking me that much more time to gain that extension that I'm losing an hour every morning from sitting on the train coming in, an hour morning sitting coming out. Then I'm sitting here with you guys for an hour. That's 3 hours a day I'm sitting just there. Then I'm at my desk a little bit here and there. It adds up. You sit down and eat 4 or 5 hours. When I started training in the city, I never sat.
Yeah.
I remember there were certain days where at the end of the day I'm like, wait a second, I probably sat for 15 minutes today.
But you're aware of it. What about the people who aren't? So the people that aren't aware of how much they're sitting and how much their posture is being affected.
Well, that's why they feel like shit.
Right.
But there's bigger problems than like my back hurting or like my hips hurting.
Your brain's melting.
My brain's melting.
We used to think TV rotted our brains. It's actually our headphones.
What did you just say though? What did you say? You just said that
TV rots your brains.
No, you just said that you're starting to forget stuff.
That was just me. I think I was going to go with.
Do you think there's a little truth there though?
I was going to go with another joke, but I just got stepped on. So. I mean,
why did I cut into the joke? No, we're actually talking about something serious here, so let's save the jokes for when you don't have anything to talk about.
I'm sorry, Professor Don has determined we are not joking. So I'm gonna put my Don glasses on.
Why are you talking so loud?
I'm gonna put my Don glasses on.
I'm gonna put this with this tool that you gave me. I asked you for a screwdriver.
Wait, why don't you put your glasses, dude? No, your glasses.
No.
Your Magoo glasses, dude.
But the Magoo, no, I could put like serious glasses on. I think we're a little bit better.
But now you look handsome. See, now like the joke's ruined. Now we there we go.
Now we can have a real conversation.
now we can have a real.
By the way, thanks for a screwdriver. You gave me like.
You're welcome.
Like. I don't know what this is. Like I'm going to like battle axe someone.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You are.
Can I have
welcome.
a flathead screwdriver? He brings me a, I don't know what the hell that is.
Hey, you're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky you didn't ask for like. Thankfully, you didn't ask for like a power drill.
Thank God. Thankfully, I didn't ask for a butt plug. Whatever you
would have gotten something this big. So, okay, but seriously, the forgetfulness. I don't know if that's something to do with the headphones. That's a good point though, because I wear headphones a lot. I have since I was younger, and I wear them probably far more than you do, just because I wear them all the time, pretty much. If I wear them when I'm training, I wear them when I'm commuting, and
we have to limit our kids' usage.
Yeah.
For this crap. My kids now are allowed their iPhone on weekends.
And how old are they?
10 and 11, soon to be 11 and 12.
And you just introduced them to this?
Yeah. And, it's tough. I was against it. I didn't want to do it. Was
this a battle that you had with your wife?
It wasn't a battle. I mean, we don't battle, but she brought up some valid points on how, not even just the communication end of like, they got to be picked up after school. Because remember, there was a time where we didn't need an iPhone to be able to communicate with our parents.
Part of that,
yeah. It's like we didn't need that crap, and so I think that's kind of a fluffy excuse. But what's happening now is a lot of the homework assignments, a lot of the after-school activities, a lot of the calendars are just being put up on their phones, like specific game day, chats from coach are up on the phone. It really has become a way of communication. So the kids are relying upon it. We don't allow my kids to use them during the week.
Yeah.
So Monday to Friday after school, they don't have it. And in the weekends, they definitely indulge in it on road trips when we go. They definitely have it as much as they want on flights, as much as they want. But I hate it. I mean, I see my daughter at times on weekends, like just sitting on her bed in this position, and I'm like, oh God.
I was gonna say, do you notice a difference in behavior when they're allowed unlimited use to technology and when you limit it?
My kids are pretty active and they're pretty good. Like they won't shy away from being like, guys, you want to go hiking? You want to go up to the track? You want to go to the beach? Like they always want to do stuff. So I'm really lucky, but it doesn't help. I mean, it's just definitely behavior-wise. Mm-hmm. I have noticed that my kids are recognizing things that they would never have known about if it wasn't for game systems. So I'm walking through the city with my son and daughter, I think it was last week, and my son's like, that guy was just vaping. And I'm like, you're 10 years old. How do you know what vaping is? He's like, GT4, Grand Theft Auto. I was like, first of all, I was like, what's GT4? He's like, Grand Theft Auto, GT5, whatever it's called. Grand Theft Auto. And I'm like, GTA. What's it called? GTA? I don't even know what the hell it's called.
I think it's GTA.
GTA, Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I used to play back in the day, GTA. I think it was like the second one I was really into.
I love the first one with all the 80s music. Remember the 80s music?
Was that the first? I think that was the second one, wasn't it? Wasn't it Vice City?
3D one?
Yeah, Vice City.
That was Vice City.
That's when they were playing like Broken Wings and all those songs. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. But my kids now are learning about things that I typically would rather I'm not.
Did you ever own a white suit?
No.
No? Okay. Just curious.
Have you?
No.
Did that come from GTA? Was that like Don Johnson?
I just feel like you could pull it off. I feel like you could. I definitely
Was it Crockett
can't.
and Tubbs from Miami Vice?
I think so.
Was Tubbs was the black dude and Crockett was Don Johnson?
I never watched the show.
What was the black dude's name? Do we all know? It was like almost like what was George Michael's group? Wham! Everyone knows who George Michael was. They don't know who the other guy was.
It's the other guy.
Who's the other guy in Wham?
So what made you think of this today? So you came in red hot. Shot out of a cannon.
I came in red hot because you were talking about wireless, and it's been on my mind, and the answers. It reminds me of this. It reminds me of. I went a few years ago to buy a new car. I was looking at a new car, and I went in to look at the new Chevy Tahoes because I had a Tahoe. I drive a Dodge Ram now, but I had a Tahoe, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They have these hybrid Tahoes. Let me go take a look at that. I just want to see what it's about. I haven't really seen one yet. This was a while ago, and I remember that the sticker on it was like $15,000 or $20,000 more than the fully loaded Tahoe, and I was just I remember thinking to myself like, oh my God, we're being penalized for trying to do something good for the environment, for doing something good for people.
Yeah.
And it really is a dollars and cents game. And if we are using a lot of this wireless technology and it's only hurting us and not helping us, then why is it allowed? Why is it that cigarettes are still on the market? Why is it suddenly where they've introduced vaping and they're finding out now that it's causing, weird. They don't even really know what it's causing yet, but there's some mental issues going on. The vape pens are blowing up in people's faces. There's all this crap going on.
Yeah.
And you're just like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, as a society, we know what's good and what's not good. Like, is it the biggest deal in the world? Like, do we have to have wireless headphones? Really? Like, seriously? Like, you can't use a set of headphones with a wire on it? Like, the quality's probably a little bit better anyway, yet people are still buying this stuff and their kids are using it, and it really concerns me because we don't know what's going to happen. I do not know, and this is the scary thing, I do not know what's going to be going on with my children's health in 20, 30 years. We don't know because of access to this stuff.
Well,
we don't know. And
no, but also, I mean, look, this is getting into a really deep conversation, but you look at the environment, you look at the air pollution. Like, things are not trending well right now in those areas. And if you look at technology, I mean, it's you look at the rise in hate crimes in the United States. Things are not looking terrific. So, I could see where I mean, look, my daughter's 5 months. I mean, she's amazing. I look at her and she's incredible, but I have the same worries. And I mean, we don't talk so much about screen time yet. We don't, it'll
happen for 3-4 years. She's going to be holding a tablet.
Yeah.
She'll be, she'll be playing games on it.
She just held her pacifier. That's awesome. I mean, that's crazy. Like, she just held it and she's just learning to, put it to her face. Hopefully next will be put it in her mouth. Right. But yeah, like, our biggest concerns right now mine are, like the other day, this was a nice twofer. The other day, she spit up on my face like projectile, so that was cool.
Perfect.
And then it was a nice soft serve eruption of diarrhea
All over you too.
as I was changing her. Yeah. So that's a nice double whammy. Those are the problems I'm dealing with now, but I know that in the very near future, this is the type of stuff that we have to deal with, and it's scary and it's sucky, and it's stuff that actually we're going to have to deal with sooner than later. We're not going to escape it.
Well, the scary. This is what bothers me though. When I've had to experience times in business where things are so bad, your ass is against a wall, where you have to make decisions. It's not like this is what I want to do. This is what I have to do. Like having to let someone go that you're really close with,
right?
Because they're just not, on paper it's not making sense, or having to get rid of specific, product or things at the club that membership loves because you're losing money off it on it, even though people love it. You make these decisions when you have to, when your ass is against a wall and you're like, wait a second, this is life or death for the health of the business, for the health of your employees. You got to make the decisions that on paper are going to make the most sense, right? Those are called business decisions. And what I don't get is at what point, if we had, put it this way, if everyone tomorrow morning woke up with an illness, brain cancer, something, and they knew for a fact it came from cell phones.
Yeah.
Or they knew from a fact it came from wireless technology, or they had some definitive answer on what it came from. And there was an announcement on the news saying, everyone's going to die if you don't immediately eliminate this. People will eliminate it. And they will. No, seriously, they will. The people will eliminate it.
People didn't eliminate smoking. They didn't stop smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, because everyone beat around the bush. It wasn't like an epidemic where everyone at once was going to die. It wasn't like the business is going to vanish. Everyone's going to be sick now. People would take their chances. They're like, I'm not smoking much, or I'm only having like 3 or 4 a day.
But too many people would lose too much money, which is why that'll never happen. Which is like
what
you
sucks.
said. Which is what you said, like about the vaping. That's a huge business. So the wireless technology, that's a huge business. Everybody's in it.
They're saying the vaping now is causing paranoia.
What? What?
They're saying it's causing that's causing anxiety and paranoia. If tomorrow we wake up and they say there's a definitive correlation between this and that, where everyone had to eliminate it, otherwise we're going to die, you don't think they make that happen?
No, I don't. I think when I was living in Los Angeles,
there's a bomb coming towards the U.S.
Oh, there it goes.
No,
just
boom, because
right
I'm not done.
I'm not done. The old interruption.
No, there's a bomb. There's a bomb.
That's more like an axe. No, what is that, a hatchet? What is the smaller version of a hatchet?
This is bullshit. This thing doesn't even work. I mean, I can see how that works.
Oh, yeah? Okay, put your hand out there, and then let me see. Let me show you how it works.
There's a bomb coming towards the U.S.
Okay.
No, I'm cutting you off for a reason.
Would it be a bomb or a meteor?
A meteor.
Or
There's
a
missile.
Meteor. Okay.
It's the same thing.
A missile is not the same as a meteor.
They all act as a bomb.
Okay, but a meteor is not the same as a bomb.
It's going to destroy everything. Fine, I'll call it a meteor. There's a meteor. I'm just speaking.
Is it it's not a meteorite?
What's the difference?
I don't know. I was just trying to derail you. Go ahead. Okay.
A meteorite.
Okay. Would it be
a meteorite is flying towards?
Okay, so a meteor is flying towards
world.
Earth. Okay, like Armageddon style.
Yes.
With Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Is he been hired to help us?
No, he's on. Oh no, he is on the meteor. You're right.
Okay, so he's up there.
He's up there.
So we're fine.
We're fine.
Okay.
And he's got to detonate it, and he's got to drill. He's
drilling.
Good.
All right,
he's drilling as we speak.
So we should celebrate.
He's drilling with this.
Yeah. So in 3,000 years, we'll be good.
He's sitting. Right. Bruce Willis is up there with this. He's not using the drill. He's using a hand ratchet to sit there and keep going with this.
And just whittle away.
I'm going to break my hand. When I go to use this on what I asked you to use it for, I'm going to literally be in the hospital tonight. I'm calling you, and I'm waking you up when
I'll do surgery with my I'll get out my specs.
What were we saying? I lost our total train.
A meteor's coming towards Earth. It could be a meteorite. It could be a missile. It could be some sort of bomb. We don't really know what it is. It could be anything.
But we know that the way to dissolve it, it's a great word for it, by the way, dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
It is through this.
Plastic?
Eliminating plastic, or eliminating cigarettes, or eliminating cell phones. Your assumption is that they wouldn't do that?
Well, Okay.
Suddenly, like, we have to just everyone throw their cell phones away. We're shutting down cell phone power. We're shutting down all the transmitters and all the ways of transporting that message, those radio waves. That's all gone. You don't think that they go and they do that? This is a serious topic because we have a big problem as
a serious topic that Bruce Willis is on a meteor with this tool? And the plastic bottles.
I think it's serious. I think it's serious because I'm going to give you some insight here.
Okay.
He ain't breaking through that rock.
No, listen. I agree. I think we agree on that. But I mean, okay, on a smaller scale, isn't the whole anti-vax movement kind of similar to what you're saying? People know that they should vaccinate their kids, yet these people are not being forced to. And they're
not being forced to, but you also have a lot of people out there who are influencers, who are know-it-alls, who are turning around and who are, a so-called mom who's on a vegan diet saying, oh, well, we don't need vaccines and food is medicine. And like, no, yes, in my opinion, you need vaccines. Like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
You can die. Like, this is serious shit.
But what we're saying, those people are allowed to get other people sick. So they're being allowed to. Like, they know, or they should know, the science is clear that vaccinating your children is what we should do to prevent measles from coming back.
I agree with you.
So yeah,
I'm not arguing.
But
I think it's.
But isn't it the same thing as what you just talked about? Yeah.
Like
so it's like if we can't do it with that, how are we going to do it with the meteor that Bruce Willis is riding?
With this hatchet.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I know we're joking around about it, but this is serious.
I wasn't.
This is serious stuff, man. I'm very nervous that
maybe I was.
We have no idea.
Yeah.
What's in store? I'm 42 years old. Knock on wood. I'm praying it doesn't happen. I mean,
God,
I'm spending so
handsome.
much. Thank you. I'm spending so much time on this that we've never been exposed to this.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. It's the same topic of like a doctor coming to you and saying, "Oh, steroids are fine or testosterone's fine." Like we don't know how these things. We don't know yet how they're going to respond in your body.
Right.
Like how you're going to respond to it, opposed to me, can be two completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
You can get on, testosterone replacement therapy, or get on growth hormone, and then out of nowhere you have some cancerous cells that can just multiply. You don't know. We don't know how. So that's why I'm saying it's. I'm scared, man. This is some scary times. We do not know what all of this technology, we do not know what all this science and research, we don't know how that's going to perform over a long period of time. We may have formed an hypothesis over what it's doing now or over several years, or we might have tried it on test rats, but we don't know.
Right, but wasn't it the same thing when televisions came out? Televisions make you blind, sitting too close to it, which ended up being incorrect.
Maybe it is. Well, maybe it really did, or maybe it didn't. I don't know.
It doesn't. But also laptops and smartphones too close to your balls will like fry them. And I don't know if that's true or not. I hope not.
Mine. No, it did to mine.
It did?
Yeah, I'm done.
That's why when I'm close to you, there's some electricity.
Like,
I know you are like you are some sort of superhero. That's why all those people come to train with you, I think. But anyway, the point is, yeah, we don't know. But I don't think that even when we do know, I don't know that it's going to make things change, because I think people want shortcuts. You know that through all the training that you do. People come to you looking for shortcuts. They don't want to give up booze, even though they know they have to.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think I think there's a lot of value to what you're saying. I mean, I remember what was that? God, it was some focus group that was taken years ago over, I think, Olympic athletes that were told if they can win a medal, but be dead 5 years after the medal, a gold medal, were they taken? I think like over 50% of them said yes. They basically said, like, this is what I do. This is my life. This is it doesn't matter. This is all I pretty much know. And I do believe that a lot of people will, jump into a specific direction or approach, or decide to start smoking cigarettes and start drinking. They're like, I just don't give a shit. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm going to go one day and that's it. And I'm going to at least enjoy the time between now and then. And I know people who were 99 years old and smoked a pack a day and drank, several scotches a day. And I know other people who dropped dead of a heart attack, like my friend at 42, who was, unfortunately he was on testosterone, but was living a very healthy life besides that. So it's just, I don't know. We really don't know, but I don't think you roll the dice. I think we need to do whatever we can do to give ourselves the best chance and the best opportunity. And if that means moving to a deodorant without aluminum in it, because that's something we can control. I'm just saying that might be the play.
No.
You know, it might be. Maybe
I tried it. Didn't work.
It doesn't work.
Didn't work. I'm telling you.
I found a really good one. I'll get.
Please do. I will try it, and I'm telling you, you can do a test. If you don't mind, I won't. I promise. I will keep my hands behind my back. But you tell me. I had my wife when I was testing these out at my previous job. She told me flat out, "You stink."
That's terrible.
And that was before I put the deodorant on. I do have a weighted blanket update.
Oh, nice.
No, this is just curtains. But I just wanted to prop.
I thought the weighted blanket topic was interesting. I liked. How are you enjoying your weighted blanket?
I don't look better. I don't look more rested. Do I look like I'm glowing?
Not really.
It's awesome for me.
It's working for you.
It is. It's I've used it for a week now, and I've been sleeping a lot better. Like every night, sound sleep for a solid hour and a half, 2 hours before the baby wakes me up. But to the point where my wife is like, "Man, you're sleeping through some serious crying fits." I'm jealous. So that's awesome. I'm missing some changings.
Huge. Is she upset?
No, she's happy that I'm finally sleeping. And I did look up some things about it, like some more things since we talked.
What did it say? I'm curious.
A lot of the things I found are mostly anecdotal, and that's fine with me because I was willing, as I said last time, I'm willing to give anything to try at this point because I really wasn't sleeping. I needed to try anything, so this is a simple thing to try. And it basically works like a swaddle with a newborn. You feel snuggly and cozy and warm and just good. And I did. And, I think it ran me like $75. And I think the ones I were looking at were between $50 and $100. But the one I went with was 20 pounds. You're supposed to go with approximately 10% of your body weight. So 15 pounds for somebody who's about $150. So I went with the 20-pounder just to be safe because there's times where I'll fluctuate between 170 and 180 just depending on how my training is going and how I'm eating and things like that. And yeah, I have been more rested. My insomnia has gone away and I definitely feel more relaxed. And, that's helped me tremendously. And now I just need to get a couple other things on board, which is like I need to get back to my breathing exercises or my meditation. So I'm working toward those things and just really trying to find other hobbies that take me away from what is it? It's focusing or obsessing about work projects, ideas, things like that. And doing that, I think, will be really beneficial because it'll help me be a human being and not just a robot.
I have to be cold when I sleep. I can't.
Yeah.
I sleep with my room at least 67 degrees, sometimes colder.
Yeah.
Drives my family nuts. But.
Do you know why you're not supposed to have a fan directly on you when you sleep?
No.
Me neither. But I do, but not on me. I have it on my legs for the same reason, like toward my lower body, because I can't be hot. But
so you can't have one on your face? Is it something with like your nervous system, how it's under some type of protection because you're feeling the air, or there's something with nerves? Like I even think about when people sleep with light on, like why do they want the room pitch dark? Because
I don't know.
Yeah, no, because like your nervous system is I think it just responds better to being in pitch black, and when there's light, then there's obviously some type of like signal or message that it's sending to your brain. And like I'll go into my kids' room when they're sleeping, and they always keep their lights on like dim. They're young kids; they don't want it pitch black, and I'll always like at 2, 3 in the morning, I'll always like shut it off. Or like when I'm going to work, I'll just shut it off.
Because they're still passed out. But
they're passed out. They don't even know what's going on. But I want their sleep to be as clean as possible. I don't want any ambient light, or I don't want any mixed signals being sent to disrupt their sleep pattern. So. Stuff like that. I mean, I believe in it. Sleep is everything. You've got it. It's the first thing that I'm addressing when I'm meeting with a client. The first thing I ask is pretty much, how do you sleep? I mean, probably before like, what's your goals? Because it just doesn't matter. Weight gain, weight loss, sports specific. It's like, all right, whatever you want to call it. It's like sleep.
Yeah, I mean, my bed is super comfortable. My room is nice and dark and cool, but yeah, it's been a huge problem. And I was shocked at how well this has worked for me. So I'm hoping it's the first step in kind of getting me, back on track to just feeling better. Because I forced myself to train a lot. Like, I'm really tired. I don't want to, but I have to. It's just part of me.
Right.
Like, and it's not always that I'm going to go beat the shit out of myself, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to sweat. And, it sucks because I would love to get a solid 10 hours or it's never going to happen for at least the foreseeable future. Unless my mother-in-law wants to watch our kid for a little bit. And Linda, please, if you want to, you're more than welcome.
I'm sure you won't be upset about that.
Yeah, but so like that, I have to deal with that, and I'm totally okay with it. But it's just been nice to wake up and be like, wow, like, holy crap, I feel good.
It's the first thing you should be addressing also. I mean, I like to, I'll refer to people as like, this is a terrible way of putting it, but listen, we all have things that we're not doing optimally. We all have things that if we're able to go and like wipe the slate clean and fix all these things, suddenly like you'd just be healthier, you'd lose weight, like things would just improve. Guys,
we can do that.
Got any questions? Please email us at
reps at muscleandfitness.com. You can find Don Saladino at Don Saladino on Instagram. He also has an app.
Yes, I do have an app. It's a secret. No, I'm kidding.
Don't tell anybody,
Go click on the link in my bio on my Instagram, and it'll take you right to my custom programming. Zach, you'll find him on Instagram as well, Zraz.
I'll post something.
Why don't you change the Zraz? It's confusing. Why don't you actually do Zack Zeigler?
It's my name, man. Zraz. That's my name, bro.
I'll get him to do it. Guys, till next time. Thanks.
Do you think I should change it?
Yeah, I think you should. No one knows who Zraz is. It's like...
I know. How do you change it?